is why all the desperate attempts by Buddhists to demonstrate how respect and care for others are necessary steps towards and conditions of enlightenment misfire. Okay, so he mentions a particular Zen Buddhist here too. Suzuki himself was much more honest in this regard when he pointed out that Zen so he's mentioning this within the context of specifically Zen Buddhist meditation slash enlightenment. He's talking about a meditation technique here. So Suzuki himself was much more honest in this regard when he pointed out that Zen is a meditation technique which implies no particular ethico-political stance. In his political life, a Zen Buddhist may be a liberal, a fascist, or a communist. I think that's interesting because people assume that, all of Buddhism advocates for you just being like all progressive and enlightened and accepting of everyone, but you can be an authoritarian Zen Buddhist apparently because they try to make this separation between Buddhism and politics, which I think is actually a false notion. When philosophers have been trying to do that throughout human history. A lot of them have trying to do that, like pragmatists like John Dewey and Richard Rorty, and a lot of people throughout human history, of course, have wanted to separate their spirituality or their religion from their politics. And I don't think it's really even possible to do that, although it can certainly be a good idea sometimes because your political views and your religious views, it is a good idea to keep them separate to an extent rather, but they're almost inevitably going to influence each other, even if it's only slightly. So they're going to come out, and your biases are going to get political and spiritual or religious biases are going to come out in the way you view the world and the way you practice your Buddhism or whatever your political ideology is as well.